Do not move to Morrison. You're gonna spend all your time ripping around on your ATV, riding your horses, and taking advantage of all the cool hiking and biking trails. You're never gonna have time to work. Okay, I gotta go real. Do not move to Morrison. Red Rocks isn't even that cool, and the Colorado Rockies, overrated. Okay, I got some real ones. Stay tuned, I'm gonna tell you some things about Morrison that really could cost you a lot of money and take up a lot of your time. Here we are in Friendly Hills, Morrison. Now, this is an area that is starting to teeter a little bit into the Littleton area, but is definitely an option for a lot of people looking in Morrison. A thing that a lot of people do not like about living here is, as you can see, there's not an HOA. Now, for some people, that gives them the freedom to have their RVs, their campers, work on their cars. For a lot of other people, we're giving more of a crowded feel, maybe not as nice of a neighborhood look. So it really depends on what you're liking, but for a lot of people, it's a big no. Also, right in this area, there's a lot of bentonite. What that means for you as a home buyer is the soils underneath your home have a lot higher ability to shift. So we see that a lot more common in here, where we see foundational issues, crooked flooring, but as long as you've got a professional on your side, meaning a fantastic real estate agent and a great home inspector, you're covered. Right behind me, we have a lot of the style of homes that are indicative of a lot of the area of Morrison. We're saying bi-levels, tri-levels, and though these were common for the time this area was built, today's buyers are not a big fan. If there's ever an option for a similar home like this that's in a two-story or a ranch, buyers are gonna take it. If you have aging family or you break a leg, they just don't work as well. Now, while lots of communities do exist just like this in Morrison, there are also the super buttoned up, polished, HOA maintained communities as well. It's just that when you want to find those kind of communities, you are going to take a little bit of a bump in price point in an area where price point is already pretty high. Not to mention, this area does have higher property taxes. Now, Colorado as a whole is not terrible with property taxes, so this isn't the biggest of deals, but it does make a difference on the monthly payment. As we start to move a little further into Western Morrison, we're gonna see a lot more of that beautiful mountain vibe. But along with that comes a little cooler weather and snow, and it becomes harder to deal with out here. You've got a lot more potential for drifts to form out here, and when your driveway is long, unpaved, and not very flat, that makes it also harder to deal with. We're talking big, expensive plowing companies or having your own plowing gear on site and maybe spending all day or several days taking care of it. A lot of people joke that you really can't call yourself a mountain person until you've been here 5 years. We also joke that about being called a realtor. But part of the reason for that is all of this land maintenance. Now, you've got these big, beautiful properties, but along with that comes a lot of work. People say that scrub oak can really take over your property and start to not look that pretty. If you want to have like the pristine property look, then you're going to be doing a lot of weeding. And insurance companies do sometimes require fire mitigation, meaning clearing down a lot of the land for your protection. If you need an awesome company for that, Tree Beavers is a local fire mitigation company that does a phenomenal job. There's also some other problems with wildlife. Now, if you love bird watching, this is your place. But just also know if you're trying to grow a garden, that's gonna be pretty difficult, and there can be bear sightings. Now, the location of Morrison could be considered a con. The further west you start to go into Morrison, the kind of further away you get from everything. Now, that's also a pro. You get seclusion, you get privacy, you get space from your neighbors. But you do have to consider if you're in the middle of making your guacamole for your party and everybody's about to come over. Number one, do they want to drive to you? Number two, now you've got a 40-minute trip to get that cilantro for your guac. 20 minutes out to the grocery store, 20 minutes back, maybe a little more. Something definitely to consider. Now, I'll definitely say you don't have to be 40 minutes into the mountains to be in Morrison. In fact, that's about as far away as you can be and be in Morrison. Most of Morrison is kind of right on that front range and is not far from things. I'd say even if you want a little bit of mountain atmosphere, you're still only a good 25 minutes from most things, which is not a bad price to pay for what you get. A con of living in the actual downtown area of Morrison is that, well, it's really hard.
It's really rare that these homes ever go up for sale. A lot of the homes are original owners or have been passed on in the family. If you're worried about the Red Rocks Amphitheatre noise volume, I will say most of Morrison is far enough away from Red Rocks that it's not a concern. But if you're looking at a community right up against the amphitheater, it might not be a bad idea to go visit your home on a night where there's a concert. They've put in a lot of decibel controls and noise ordinance. They have a hard cutoff time on most concerts, but you're gonna wanna make sure that that isn't something that's gonna bother you.
Morrison is absolutely huge, so if this video didn't turn you away, you've got to check out our whole neighborhood tour video. It breaks down all of the different areas in Morrison so you can be empowered to make the right choice for you. We are dedicated real estate professionals that are ready to help you find your place. Find our information in the description below, and we'll see you soon.